Okay, this is part 2. Peterson responded to Dr. Apostola's video, and this is what he had to say about that video. Because remember, Apostola was saying he was welcomed by the landlord of Modimolle Mountain, being Bataba, abanikazi bendawo, and he felt honored. So this is Peterson's response.
Mfana sekhaya ibile washika ngwanisho Mount Modimolle mfana sekhaya nto wa sebenye ba thaba man le tlo nyatsa ke batho mfana sekhaya ibile o tshwile a sebenye ba thaba nto eno tshwana le lehotlo ala go Alexander bona nnete leo ke lehotlo la go thabeng le hola bogima ba le bitsa re ke pela he ba re pela e tlhokile mosela ka go romeletsa ba bolela ka diden. There's nothing special ka pela eo mfana sekhaya nke ibile wa itse wa founela ba phelang ba tla mo magwala ba o botsa gore o reke malthana o kgone ba le plaka o taiwo tsene ka botawa ebile lo tseo di bona batho di a tshaba man re di bitsa gore ke dipela mfana sekhaya. There's nothing special ka lo tseo ebile a se benye ba thaba ebile ka setswile ebile benye ba thaba mfana sekhaya. Rena re hola mo magaeng mo dithabeng di no ba teng lo tseo ke le hotlo nto a se benye ba thaba le ska mixa dilo.
That's Peterson's response. And Dr. Apostola didn't receive it well. So he felt like he should retaliate by making a video and saying what he wants to say. But let me talk about what Peterson said right here. Peterson was, telling him that, no, that's not the landlord. That's what we call Bela. It's everywhere. Even in the rural areas where we grew up, in the villages, we used to go to the mountain and hunt those animals. They are more like a rat, but they are like mountain rats because they are bigger, but they don't bring harm to people. They will normally run and go and hide. That's how I know them. That's how I know them. And he also, mentioned that he feel a lot of fear from Apostle. And he even mentioned that he was supposed to, make a phone call to those who always go to Modimolle Mountain so that they will give him Moltana. There is this wine that, people use a lot when they go to places like mountains, rivers, and caves, so that it can help them with fear. I've seen many who used Taiwan to get rid of fear. Obviously, Taiwan is when they're using spirit mixed with tea. Sometimes they mix that spirit with drink or pop. It depends on who you see doing it. Others, they will put things like condensed milk. It depends on their budget. So I've seen guys who use those type of stuff so that they can get rid of fear. They cannot go to the cave without drinking something to give them plug. I've seen those type of people. So Peterson is also suggesting that, Apostola was supposed to get something before he goes to these places so that he can get rid of fear. But when times goes, obviously, Apostola will be in a space whereby even if when he's recording or he is praying, he sees something huge passing, he won't feel the need of taking out the camera and recording it because he will be used to it. It took me years, to speak about things that I saw on mountains, rivers, and caves. And I was always that person. When I am praying at mountains, rivers, and caves, whatever happens, happens. I never had any intention of running. I only had one rule. Whatever happens, happens, but I'm not running. I've seen many people getting injured because of they were trying to run away from the situation and they end up getting themselves injured. I've been, at deadliest, mountains. I've been in different types of caves. And I always told myself, what happens, happens, but I'm not running. If I'm in the cave, I'm praying, and I suddenly feel that, okay, it's the wrong time now, the landlord is about to come in, there is no way to run to. You're done. You know that you have to believe in your God, that God will somehow get you out of that situation. It's about faith when you go to pray. So when you go to these places, you need to know that you might not even come back. And that's just the beginning. At other mountains, it's not like you're going to see a pillar. You are going to get a direct contact. Oh God. I remember when I was at Vetpoort, man. Like you see when you go to a waterfall, when you came out, nobody wants to go in. That type of a direct contact. And it was so visible in a way that everyone who was outside, who was preparing to go in, were like, okay, the guy is done. He is not going to get out of that situation. I've already shared the story. So that's what we call, the grace of God. And when you go to these places and you're going to pray, you believe in your God and you know that God will protect you. You cannot dream about these places. And that's why I don't just wake up and feel like I can just go to a mountain and I go to a mountain. I used to do that back in the days. I feel like, going to a mountain and I'll just go. Now it's not about that anymore. I take my time because things have changed. The more you go to these different mountains and the more you record videos, is the more you're exposing yourself to people who are doing some crazy things out there. Because there are people who are hunting prayer warriors. Once they see that you can go to a cave and come out, they need you. They need what you're carrying so that they can use for their benefit. And that's why, man, we create this type of videos, just to bring awareness that the more you are recording videos, you must also remember that you are inviting people that you are not even aware that you're inviting in your life. They see you going to this mountain. They see you going to the other mountain. They know that you have the access. They know that you are carrying something different. They know that you have a blessing. And they are going to start getting closer and closer to you. And you become the target because you are the key to certain places that they cannot even enter. You get surprised someday when people come out of nowhere to ambush you because of you have shown them that you are capable of going in and out.